subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the New York Knicks here in New York. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Davis.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent, which brings up a question these days: why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, at the forward slots, it's Bogdanovich and Ingles. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Payton in at the point.
And Bogdanovich is a consistent shooter from outside. Once he's in rhythm, he's comfortable from firing from beyond.
Now here's Payton. There's the pass to Robinson. Now Randall. Over Ingles. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Tipped away. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Conley against Payton. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Ingles in the corner. Lets it go from deep. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
The first one falls. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Buries it from three-point range.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Barrett. Back to Payton. The three. The shot missing. So Utah will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
And Barrett gets it to go.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Jazz leading by 3. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Teardrop shot. The wide open look here for Ingles. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Here in the late stages of March, the range for teams in the power rankings has really solidified. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And you know, with the Knicks, they've gotten into a bit of a rut. The season hasn't gone as they had hoped. You just get the feeling that they're somewhat discouraged right now, and that has them with an inability to break through.
Now here's Gobert. Here's Ingles. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 3 on the clock. It's taken away by Payton. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Here's Conley. The dish now to Gobert. Mitchell passes to Conley. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Payton. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Barrett. Here's Knox. Dishes it to Robinson. He kicks it to Payton. Just 4 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And that ties it up.
Off the pass, Payton getting his feet set. A nice job there of turning around and cashing in.
Jazz have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Oh, the lob to Gobert. It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Barrett is running. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Ingles finds Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell's shot is good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there. Just a gifted scorer.
Now here's Payton. To the paint. Here's Barrett. Passes to Randall. Lots of room. Rebound by Mitchell.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Barrett. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Mitchell passes to Conley. Here's Ingles. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot, off to a fast 2 for 3.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Payton outside. He dishes it to Randall. Back to Payton. Shot clock at 5. New York, no good that time either.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Ingles can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 4.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm. He's very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and it's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching style.
The Knicks making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Davis has checked in for Utah. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And New York hope that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Now here is Conley. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Ingles in the corner. Fires the three. It's rebounded by New York.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul for the Jazz. O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Jazz. They lead by 4. And here's Clarkson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Count it.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
Now Smith. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. Trying to get something going. The shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Now here's Moutier. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Clarkson.
Like watching Randle get down, use that frame, and use those feet to move around defensively.
Knox misses. Clarkson with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks to O'Neal. To the middle, Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most. And that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Make it a distraction. Now here's Randle. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Houston.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
And he makes the first. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
A 9th pick in the 2017 NBA draft, Smith Jr. made the NBA's all-rookie team after a very solid first year in Dallas, averaging 15 points and 5 assists, and he sure is not looking to stop there.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
A different look for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Randall. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Here's Moutier following the score by Taj Gibson. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Clarkson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The pass to Moutier. Now, here's Clarkson. D right on him. The basket good off the assist from Moutier.
Well, decision-making is a big part of Jordan Clarkson and how he can impact the game. That time made a very nice read.
Smith finds Portis. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Has to Gobert. Moutier against Smith. Here's Clarkson. Gobert down low, defended by Portis. Clarkson passes to Moutier, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in rebounding, second in blocks, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Smith kicks to Portis. No good on the triple. Jazz leading by 5. Here's Moutier. Changes up. Pass to Davis. 6 to shoot. They shoot again. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Utah shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. A free throw good from Moutier.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Smith, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Knicks have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. That one is no good. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Moutier finds Davis. Jazz passing it around. Here's Williams-Goss. Another miss by Utah. Smith outside. And he banks in the layup.
That's a pretty gritty play there by Dennis Smith Jr.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Clarkson. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Utah Jazz with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. Taj Gibson is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Portis. Gobert with the block.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Here's Moutier. The Knicks making the shot. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. We'll take a look at Utah. They've had a great season, and we'll look to extend that into the playoffs.
And I think for the Jazz, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. But they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be. But they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Shot clock at 6. Dotson gets the bucket.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Jazz leading by 6. Passes it to Clarkson. Now here's Davis. Here's Williams-Goss. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's Davis with the jam.
The go-go gadget arms of Davis allows him to dunk from anywhere within a few feet of the basket.
New York calls timeout. You often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player. That's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. Now here's Payton. Here's Gibson. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And Ed Davis gets up there and extends those arms of his. It feels like there's nobody in the world that's going to come close to getting to him on those dunks.
Robinson down low. Defended by Gobert. Robinson passes to Payton. No good with the triple.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
Here's Conley. That one, no good. Great D that time from Gibson. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Dotson kicks to Harkless. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. The rebound by the Jazz. Ingles has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz. The pass to Harkless. Here's Dotson. He has 6. Robinson passes to Payton. From outside, off the mark.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Now, here is Robinson. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Harkless. Payton outside. Can they get it? And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Conley. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Randall's checked in for Gibson. Kevin Knox comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Barrett subbed in for Damian Dotson. And Utah also making a switch. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Davis. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Ingles finds Mitchell. Back to Ingles. Mitchell looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Bogdanovich. And here is Mitchell. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And here's Randall following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
So it's the Jazz now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by New York.
Going to struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Now here's Randall. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. The lead now cut to single digits. 6 points for him.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Outside Conley. From downtown. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barrett the pass to Robinson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic. The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So do people know what encyclopedias are? But
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do, and that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter can we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
Looking at the Knicks, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Rockets. Down low, it's stolen by Randle. Knocks the pass to Robinson. Barrett wide open, he fires. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
So it's Utah now. It's a 3-point game. Ingles up top. Knocks it loose. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. To end the cold streak. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
And the first one drops.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
So he gets them both. Here's Payton. 5 points in the game. To the left wing. Bogdanovic against Randle. Good work there as it goes. Randle's got 10.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. Outside, Bogdanovic. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists now in this one. Knicks trail by 5. Payton surveying the floor. To the wing right side. Here's Barrett. Off target from 3-point range.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
And the basket by Ingles. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. Passes it to Barrett. Robinson with it. Guarded by O'Neal. Feeds it to Randle. To the left side wing. 4 on the shot clock. Knocks the pass to Payton. Hits the 3-point bomb. 8 points for him.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
A different look for New York. Portis is checked in for Robinson, and Smith subbed in for Elfrid Payton. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Bogdanovich. Jordan Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. Williams-Goss is checked in for Mitchell, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Here's Williams-Goss. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game, and they pick up 2. And the Jazz lead by 6.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
So it's the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Jazz. 1:36 left in the first half. Here's Randall, and again it's New York.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Utah leading by 4. And there's the pass to Clarkson. Back to Moutier. And here's Gobert. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
The Knicks have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. And the first one at the line is good.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Utah's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pass to Clarkson, launches a 3, rebounded by Knox.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. 5th is R.J. Barrett.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Here's Williams-Goss, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. He kicks it to Moutier. To the middle. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Precision pass from Moutier to get his teammate a good look there.
Out left to the wing. Here's Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Jazz leading by 3. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And slam dunk by Gobert. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 15 rebounds.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Now Barrett. 9 points in the game so far. Smith for 3. He can't hit that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Utah out in front, up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They've missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel it. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Pass to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Over Robinson. Gobert can't hit.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you. The Jazz have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Knicks trail by 4. Payton right side. Passes to Robinson. Kicks to Barrett. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And this is encouraging for sure. The more Barrett works on expanding his range, the more difficult he becomes to defend.
Here's Conley. He gets it in there. Conley's got his second bucket tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Payton. He's got 8. Out to the wing. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Knox.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. They've led by as many as 14 points. Now the pass to Mitchell. Here's Gobert. And that one is off. So New York will take it the other way.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Conley. He's got 5. Pass to Mitchell. Takes the 3. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got his 6th rebound on the night.
1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Pass to Knox. New York moving the ball around. It's stolen by Ingles. Outside Conley. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Over Payton. The Jazz with another miss.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Now here's Payton. Following the miss by Julius Randle. 5 to shoot. Payton drives in.
Yeah, some good things happening right now with Elfrid Payton being aggressive to find his way towards the rim. I like it when he attacks like this.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
This season, the percentage right around 72%, so not the kind of success he was hoping for.
The first free throw is good.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Harkless is checked in for Kevin Knox. And Utah with a change here, too. Davis is checked in. And both free throws good for Payton. Jazz trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Payton with some nice D. New York with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And Randall throws it down.
Now, Randall is looking like tonight he's capable of taking on the whole offensive load.
Here's Conley. He's got 5. Nails the baby hook. Conley's got 7.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Harkless. And again, New York with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the wing, Mitchell. And the wing jumper offline.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Jazz trail by 8. Conley, the pass to Davis. Here's Conley, defended by Harkless. Lets a floater go.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Inside. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
A different look for New York. Gibson comes in for Robinson. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Barrett. Another miss by Utah.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Here's Mitchell. 10 points for him. It's stolen. And now the Knicks on the break. And that one is hammered home.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Now here's Conley. He's got 7. So halt the run.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
4th selection back in the 07 draft, Conley has been a reliable guard for many years.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Conley drops them both.
And you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Conley against Payton. Over to the left wing. Here's Dotson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Davis kicks to Clarkson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Clarkson's got 6.
Well, got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Payton against Conley. Payton passes to Harkless. Randall left side. Clock at 4. Here's Dotson. Misses off the left iron. Jazz trail by 12. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Moutier, he's checked in for the Jazz. And Mitchell drops them both. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything you shoot. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Williams-Goss is checked in for the Jazz. He hits both from the stripe.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Here's the floater. Gobert the pass to Williams-Goss. And Gibson sends it back. Here's Dotson, defended by Moutier.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Jazz. Here's Clarkson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
You know, Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
Good on the second free throw. New York leading by 13. Left side, Gibson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Ed Davis.
Well, Taj Gibson is not going to back down from anybody. He really does enjoy when the game gets physical.
It's his first trip to the line.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
That free throw missing.
So easy to respect Taj Gibson and the way he goes about his business. A strong leader on and off the floor.
Bobby Portis is checked in for New York. Smith comes in for Peyton. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Got to keep Taj out of the post. How many of those have we seen?
Jazz trail by 15. Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 7. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Another miss by Utah. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Shot from the inbound. Moutier, no good. New York leading by 15. Johnson can't hit.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Here's Williams-Goss. Sweet little floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
New York's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Smith, the pass to Gibson. Left side, Portis. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Portis has got his second bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
High post, Gobert. Moutier against Smith. Moutier, no good. New York shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Here's Dotson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons.
And that one against the Raptors, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Knox, he's checked in for New York. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. He's off on the second. Jazz trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Moutier following the score by New York. Passes it to Ingles. Back to Moutier. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And the 3 off target. New York leading by 18. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
So it's the Jazz now, following the score by New York. The Jazz with another miss. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
Utah calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebounding. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
And guys, his rebounding has taken a lot of pressure off their other bigs. It frees those guys up to contribute in a lot of other ways.
Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. Williams-Goss, the pass to Ingles. The dish to Moutier. Just 5 to shoot.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw good for Moutier. Both free throws good for Moutier. New York leading by 21. Smith with it. He's got 5. A 3-ball. A rebound by the Jazz.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Here's Clarkson. Pulls in another board.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Taj Gibson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Smith feeling it out a bit, and Barrett now top of the key. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
Jazz trail by 21. Here's Moutier. 5 points in the game. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. The Knicks leading by 20. And here's Smith. He has 5. And the pass to Barrett. Back to Smith. Out to the right wing. From the arc. Off target.
Got to play defense for more than the first pass. That time Clarkson stays with the possession. That helps out big time.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Knicks out front, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. Bobby Portis out there with Robinson. And it's Smith in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Smith. Back to Robinson. Over Gobert. Robinson misses.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Portis. To the inside. Here's Robinson. Over Gobert. Robinson, that's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further, to keep him around the culture.
The first one falls. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. New York leading by 21. Here's Barrett. And the layup's good off the glass.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. It's stolen by Smith. And now the Knicks on the break. Knox with the ball. And yes, it's good. Knox has got 9 points here in the second half.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now Conley. Pass to Gobert. Clarkson up top. High post shot. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And credit Barrett for his ability to be in control. Nice job keeping his composure there in a tight spot.
Jazz have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now, here's Clarkson. Tight defense on him. Looking to get it going. Robinson with the block. Here's Knox. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Clarkson against Smith. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
The pass to Robinson. Now here is Smith. He's covered by Clarkson. Good on the shot.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Pass to Clarkson. 6 to shoot. The shake, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line, and
you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. And he knocks down the first one. Maurice Harkless is checked in for New York. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's O'Neal. The Jazz again can't hit it. Here's New York. They're on a 16-3 run. Down low, here's Randall. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Randall's got 22 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Bradley gets it to go.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
To the inside, here's Randall. He feeds it to Harkless. The 11-footer goes back up. Three-pointer Ellington, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Niang. A floater. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Williams-Goss is checked in. Passes it to Niang. To the left wing. Kicks it to O'Neal. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Now here's Ellington. And here's Bullock from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Bullock's got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Utah shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Stolen by Bullock. Here's Trier, and that one is stuffed right through.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Williams-Goss. Bradley with the ball. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
That free throw good from Bradley. And so Bradley nails both of them. And so it's New York with it. Here's Trier. The pass to Bullock. Right side Gibson. 6 to shoot. Trier, that's good.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Utah's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Williams-Goss, the pass to O'Neal. Bradley dishes to O'Neal. Bullock with the rebound.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Here's Trier. There's the three. Rebounded by Williams-Goss. Oni, Ellington defending, takes a three. Kept alive.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Trier. Pass to Ellington. Gibson against Bradley. They get a hand on it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wide open look. Utah with the rebound. Oni lays it up off the glass. Here's Trier. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni. But that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Here's Trier. Pass to Harkless. Connects on the 9-footer. Harkless has got 9 points here in the second half.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Jazz shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Here's Niang. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. 1:29 left to play in the final quarter. Passes to Harkless. From 8, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Julius Randle.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And here's the fast break. .26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the pass to Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Williams-Goss. No good on that one. Here's Trier. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Julius. Now, look, you're banging in the paint, but what do you see from your backcourt?
They do a great job of, you know, they obviously can score the ball, but getting us into things and running the offense very well and leading the team that way.
Well, they led you to a win tonight, Julius. Thank you for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.